So we definitely are getting future Thor films as well, because at least as per the post-credit scene, there is going to be a new film, and there is also be going to like there's also going to be a godly new character as big as Hercules in the next Thor and MCU films. Welcome back to Television. Absolutely fine. So, what a movie this was. Despite of a little being a little cheesy, because it was anyway it was going to be a rom com, so that was definitely expected. But just a spoiler alert, this is a kind of a story recap review where I'm just going to tell you. पूरे movie में what exactly kind of happens and what is the exact kind of a base plot line of the whole film. So if you haven't seen the film yet, there are heavy spoilers ahead. So the film kind of picks up right from where we had left in the end game. Thor is on his new adventures with the Guardians of Galaxy family, where he just has reduced his weight, and there are a lot of things happening with his like personal life as well. And we have his pal who is kind of telling all the new all the kids of about the mighty adventures of the Thor and how he has been, about his parents, about Loki, about Hela, and what happened in Avengers and everything. They are kind of trying to retell, and like Guardians of Galaxy are literally there just featuring. They are literally there for around the beginning part of the movie, but after that the thing gets super real when we are introduced to Christian Bale's character, who is kind of the protagonist of the story, because उसके द्वारा हमें पूरी story and like the overall story उसके ही character के हिसाब से drive होती है, because he is kind of in an area जहाँ पे उसे like he is kind of abandoned on that area जहाँ पे उसकी एक छोटी बच्ची रहती है, and because उसकी एक बेटी मर जाती है, because his girl dies, like his daughter dies. He goes back into the dimension जहाँ पे उसका सारे गॉड्स से पूरा भरोसा उठ जाता है, and because of that he starts killing all the gods, because उसके पास एक sword रहती है which is apparently like able to kill all the gods, वो उसे मिल जाती है, and because of that he starts killing one by one, and now the turn is of Asgard जहाँ पे वो हमला करने वाला रहता है. Now before that happens, we have Jane in picture, who is played by Natalie Portman, and I have had my differences over like believing why is she even returning, because for so many years she has been denying this role. She has been saying no to play Jane Foster again, but now I can see why she played, because ultimately she had to die and again had to revive in the post credit scene. So yes, there are two post credit scenes in the film. First जहाँ पे हमें पता चलता है कि Zeus is also another god who is introduced, जहाँ पे we get to see that lightning जो आपने teasers या trailers में देखी होगी, and उसे defeat करने के बाद वो kind of मर जाता है, but he kind of includes Hercules in the MCU, which is going to be probably the next film. And उसके बाद एक दूसरा post credit scene रहता है जहाँ पे unfortunately Jane was kind of dead. She kind of revives, and we get Valhalla in the MCU as well. So it is going to be super crazy. At least the next 10 years are absolutely sorted for us. But talking about Jane's character, she had this kind of cancer which was literally in the fourth stage. We do have her character as well developing in such a way that Thor जब भी उसके साथ relationship में था पहले, he had kind of told Mjolnir that like you have to protect Jane, you have to think about her, and because any which ways it was broken on Earth जब भी उसकी हेला से फाइट हुई थी, जब भी हेला ने उसका पूरा वो तबाह कर दिया था at that specific time. Like she goes back there because it is a kind of a amusement park and a kind of a tourist place, the new Asgard. तो वो वहाँ पे चली जाती है, and the Mjolnir kind of calls to her, and she gets that clothes and all that avatar, because of which she becomes the Mighty Thor. So now we have Thor, we have Mighty Thor, we have the king of Asgard, who is the Valkyrie, and all of them kind of team up because they know that the things are happening. वो जो like Christian Bale का जो character था, he starts capturing all the children, and he kind of takes them to a kind of a dark hole place जहाँ से जहाँ पे like there is no light at all, because he kind of works into shadows, and अभी इन सबका मिशन जो है वो उसे हराना है. But in order to for them to defeat him, he would be needing a lot bigger army. Of course, they did not think of any of the remaining Avengers, which was super surprising. But they did try to get to all the rest of the gods, and we get to see that there is even a dumpling god. There is a god of carpenter. There are a lot of gods in that specific place, and we get to see that there is the god of lightning, who is Zeus, and he kind of tries to defeat him. He takes his lightning, and they are about to battle with Gorr, and उसे वही टाइम पे जो because उसका जो main source है that is his lightning, and once they are able to destroy that lightning sword, or that other sword which is kind of a source of power, then he would be diminished. But talking about Jane's cancer, जिस तरीके से she has been using Mjolnir, it is kind of affecting her even more, and it is kind of making her even more sick. So the longer she will be fighting, the early she would be able to die. And उसके बाद cut to the scene जहाँ पे we had this big fight. Thor was super amazing in sharing his power to all those children, and that was an epic battle scene. And exactly at that time, she kind of gives all her power up, and she kind of unfortunately becomes even more sick. And but unfortunately जो like the main aim of Christian Bale's character is to get to that specific area, जहाँ से उसे वो एक ऐसी पावर मिल जाएगी जहाँ से वो उसको जो भी करना है वो उसे मिल जाएगा, and he can defeat all the gods. But वहाँ पे बहुत ज़्यादा चीज़ी हो जाता है वो क्लाइमैक्स, जहाँ पे Thor kind of उसे बोलता है कि even if you have this power of killing everyone, instead of doing this, you can just revive your daughter. And he kind of says in such a way that instead of killing everyone, you can choose love. And वहाँ पे I was kind of very much to the edge, because this I was definitely not expecting from MCU to have so much cheesy lines. And he just goes back to Natalie's character, and because she is about to die, and before doing that she kind of because uska jo so he thinks that even if he is going to die, even if he brings his daughter back to life, who will take care of her? So tabhi Jane kind of tells him that even if he dies and even if she is dying, Thor is there to take care of her. And that is the way we would be kind of getting our future Marvel movie, and they are kind of set on that specific path, जहाँ पे he will be training her into becoming the next superhero. And that is it for a kind of a baseline of the story. There are lots and lots of super Easter eggs and a lot of small things which would be leading to the future movie. But yes, finally we have another Thor movie, and at least we are set for the next 10 years. We have Hercules, we have Mighty Thor, and we have Valhalla as well. So yeah, that is it for the whole story recap of the whole movie. Do let me know thoughts in the comments below, and please subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Let me meet you in the next video.